Hey there, fellow weird ass black sheep. How are you? We are live here on Jesus Regional Shit Talking Tour slash Wellness Clinic. We are here and we are live. We are looking for the real Jesus while we're on this tour. So grab your shit and let's go. We're on chapter 27 of the book of Matthew. So let's start. When morning came, all the chief priests and elders of the people plotted against Jesus to put him to death. And when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Judas, his betrayer, seeing that he had been condemned, was remorseful and brought back the 30 pieces of silver. You couldn't even get gold, you piece of shit. Look, if you're going to turn somebody in, at least get the good money. Really? Silver. How greedy are you? You would take silver. Well, I always said you could have somebody murdered for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, I guess, okay. Okay, you're right. Okay. So he tried to return the 30 pieces of silver, saying, I have sinned by betraying innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? You see to it. Then he threw down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and deleted himself from God's YouTube. But the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, It is it is not lawful to put them into the treasury. So you already knew like what this money was for. Like you already knew. But okay. It says you can't put it in the treasury because they are the price of blood. And they consulted together and brought them to the potter's field to bury strangers in. Therefore, that field has been called the field of blood to this day. I don't know that to be true. I don't deal with the Middle East, so I don't know. Then was fulfilled what was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, And they took the 30 pieces of silver, the value of him who was priced, whom they, the vampires, priced, and gave them for the potter's field as the Lord rejected me. Oh, as the Lord directed me. Now Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked, Are you the king of Das Juden? And Jesus said, No, no, no. Y'all say that. And while he was being accused by the chief priests and elders, he pleaded the fifth and drank the fifth. You do not know, or you you not hear how many things they testified against you? But he answered them not one word. He pleaded the fifth and drank the fifth. Okay. He didn't answer so much that the governor was marveled greatly. Now, at the feast of the at the feast, the governor was accustomed to releasing to the multitude one prisoner whom they wished. And they had a notorious prisoner. His name was Bar Jesus. Barjesus. For some reason, they're calling him Barnabas here, but his name is Bar Jesus. Therefore, because they had to pick between Jesus and Jesus. And it got confusing for a second because you didn't know what the fuck Jesus they were talking about. But his name was Bar Jesus. Therefore, when they had gathered together, Pilate said, "Who do you want? Do you want Barabbas, or Jesus, who is called La Christe?" For he knew they had handed him over because of envy. Yeah, so why didn't you save him? Like, if anybody could have saved him, it could have been you, Pilate. You deserve everything that happens to you because you're a coward. Anyway, while he was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife said, "Hey, hey, you leave that dude alone because God was coming to me in my dreams. You leave that man alone. You need to save his life, but you can't because you're a coward." Okay. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitudes, which is what they're good at. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all those are those Uden things. They do nothing but rile up the people. And they've been doing it since before the days of Jesus. We're reading about it in the Old Testament in the mornings. These people are good at nothing but rioting because that's all they know how to do is cry and lie and start problems because they're evil and they worship Satan. Okay. So they got the multitudes to pick Bar Jesus and destroy the regular Jesus. The governor answered and said, "So who do you want?" And they were like, "Barabbas." And Pilate said, "What do I do with Jesus, who you call La Christe?" And they said, "Let him be crucified." He needs to be deleted from God's YouTube. We can't take his truthfulness because the truth hurts our feel bads. Our nipples lactate. Okay. So then the governor said, "Well, yeah, but what did he do though?" And they still cried out, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" And then Pilate saw that he could not prevail. So he sent Jesus away on a ship to a different country. Oh, that's not what happened. No. He took water and washed his hands, saying, "I am innocent." And then he was like, "You guys do whatever." Yeah. Instead of saving him, you could have saved him. But okay. And the people answered and said, "His blood be on us and our children." Yeah, but you sent Paul to blame it on the Gentiles. So, do you really? Because half of you don't even believe in Jesus. So is the blood really on you, you cowards? Anyway, then he released Barabbas, and then he scourged Jesus. He delivered him to be crucified. I am so sorry, baby Jesus. Oh, God. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole garrison around him. And they stripped him because they're fucking gross. Did you lick his ball sack while you were doing it? Fuck you guys. Man, I hate this. I hate every second of this. And now I remember why I didn't want to read this book in the first place. I hate this story. And it always makes me so sad because it's stupid. It's so funny, but it's so stupid. Because I want to talk so much shit and I'm not allowed to. This is really affecting though. I do not like this. Not even a little bit. Okay. Okay. So they stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. And then they had twisted a crown of thorns and put it on his head and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him. And you should have. And they said, "Oh, hail the king," because you're absolutely right. I hate these people. Okay. Then they spat on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. And when they had mocked him, they took the robe off of him and dressed him again. They turned Jesus into a Barbie girl. And then they let him away to be crucified because why the fuck not? I hate this. I hate every second of this. I hate this so much. I hate this. I hate every second of this. Now, as they came out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon, and they took him and compelled him to bear Jesus's cross because he needs to. And when they had come to the place called Golgotha, they gave him sour wine mingled with gall to drink. But when he had tasted it, he would not drink it. Then they crucified him and divided his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They divided my garments among them, uh, and for my clothing they casted lots. Sitting down, they kept watch over him there, and they put up over his head the accusation written against him. "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." Then 2 robbers were crucified with him, one on the right and the other on the left. And those who passed by blasphemed him, wagging their heads and saying, "You who destroyed the temple and built it again in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross. I need the fucking space to nail the next fool on." Hey, those are Tool lyrics. Anyway, come down off that cross. Likewise, the chief also mocking him with the scribes and the elders said, "He saved others. Why can't he save himself? Why are you admitting it now? He's up on the cross. Why?" They're admitting it right here. He's saved, so he did do it. Not even Jesus' enemies talk shit about the shit he did. Look, they're admitting it right here. This is something that he did do. See? He's saved, which means he did it. Yeah, they knew it this whole time. See, that's why I hate this book. I hate it. This is not why I hate this book, but this is absolutely terrible. I do not like this. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't remember why I'm doing this. Okay. Now, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. But you just said he could do this up here. So what do you mean by you would believe him? Obviously, you know he did it. See, this bullshit. He trusted in God, just like you trust in Satan, you fat fuck. Look, he trusted in God. Let him deliver him now if he will have him. For he said, "I am the Son of God." No, he never said that. Peter said that. Okay. Even the robbers who were crucified with him reviled him with the same thing. No, it was only one of them. Now, the 6th hour until the 9th hour. Okay, so it was 3 hours. It was what, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. So it was 3 hours. There was darkness all over the land. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, So Jesus died at 9 in the morning. Okay. He said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? Hey, that's System of a Down. Some of those who stood there when they heard that said, is this man calling for Elijah? See, when I read Elijah the last time, I thought it was calling him God also. I thought it was definitely calling him God. But it's saying just Eli means my God. Eli means my God. And okay. So Elijah maybe means my God. I don't know. But they're saying it's calling for Elijah, and up here it's saying my God. So whatever. Immediately one of them ran, took a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a reed and offered it to him. The rest said, let him alone. Let us see if Elijah will come save him. So they are calling Elijah God. Okay. And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit, which could be construed as a Tool song because he screams so loud. Okay. Anyway, then behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth quaked, and the rocks were split, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. Where did the saints come from? Okay, whatever you say, but where did they come from? I even say that in the Old Testament because that wasn't a thing. Okay. So they had been raised and coming out of the grave. After his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many. So when the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquakes and things that happened, they feared greatly, saying, this truly was the Son of God. And many women who followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering to him, were looking from afar, among who were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joses, which are Jesus's brothers, James and Joseph. Joseph, I don't know. Anyway, those are Jesus' brothers. And the mother of Zebedee's sons. Uh, I don't remember her name, but I don't believe it was Mary. Now, when evening had come, there came a rich man from Arimathea called Joe, who himself was also a disciple of Jesus. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body. Then Pilate commanded the body to be given. And Joe had taken the body, wrapped it in clean linen, and laid it in his new tomb, which he had hewn out of the rock, and rolled a large stone against the door of the tomb, and departed. And Mary Magdalene was there, and the other Mary sitting opposite the tomb. On the next day, which followed the day of preparation, the priests and the Pharisees gathered together to Pilate, saying, remember while he was still alive, how that deceiver said, after 3 days I will rise. So this is day 2. This is the 18th. No, 19th. Therefore, command that the tomb be made secure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples uh, come by night and steal him away and say to the people, he has risen from the dead. So the last deception will be worse than the first. And Pilate said, "Hey, go on, you guys go do it." So they went and did it, made the tomb secure, sealing it with a stone and setting the guard. There was already a stone on it though. What are they doing? Okay, anyway. Or did they put another stone on it? Something happened. So, chapter 28. Now, after the Sabbath, wait, I should, oh, see, I hate this book so much. Is it even live? It is, right? Yep. Okay. So, chapter 28. After after the Sabbath, as the first day of the week began. Okay, this is 420. As the first day of the week began to dawn, Mary and the other Mary came to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat on it. His countenance was like lightning, and his clothing as white as snow, so it was a hologram. And the guards shook for fear of him and became like dead men. But the angel answered and said to the women, "Don't be scared. I'm an angel. I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. Yeah, he's not here. He's gone to heaven. He said, 'Come,' and he as he said, for he has risen as he said. Come see the place where the Lord lays, and go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and celebrate 420. And indeed, he is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him. Behold, I have told you." Okay. So they went quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy and ran to bring his disciples word. And they went to as they went to tell the disciples, Jesus met them, saying, "Rejoice!" So they came and held him. But they held him by the feet and worshiped him. Then Jesus said, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers, go to Galilee, and there they will see me." Now, while they were going, some of the guard came into the city and reported all the things that had happened. And when they had assembled all the elders and consulted together, they gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, saying, "His disciples came at night and stole him away. And if this comes to the governor, we will appease him and make you secure." So they took the money and did as they were instructed, uh, and did as this and did this saying as commonly reported among Das Juden to this day. Yeah. Mhm. When the 11 disciples went away into Galilee to the mountain which Jesus had appointed. Oh, well, I guess they did go to Galilee. I didn't think they went there, but okay. Then they saw him and they worshiped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and spoke, saying, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit, teaching them to observe all things I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Amen. This is not the story. Oh, this is not how this goes. Well, my 360 just went off, and I don't know where my phone is, so fuck it. Where is my phone? I have no idea. Oh well. Okay. So that's the end of Mark. How many minutes are we at? 28? Or that's the end of Matthew. So tomorrow we'll pick up on Mark. And maybe I'll only lose my mind a little bit. But hopefully these other ones have more detail because this is not how this goes. It's kind of how it goes, but it's missing a lot of details. The other Bible has all the details. So hopefully this other book has the details. Well, there's a couple other books, and hopefully they have more details. I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I love you so much. Bye.